Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 23 Hardcore here on the PS5. Tonight, it's round 15 of Season 3. We're heading to the Cathedral of Speed, Monza, for the Italian Grand Prix. So we have 4 days to go until the race itself. Let's take a quick little look at where we sit in terms of spare parts. I think we are good for parts now. We've got multiple parts of everything there that you can see. We've got a new underfloor that's 9 days away, a new front wing 13 days away. We will be able to get a new research project started just before the Grand Prix. That's good. Get another suspension project going. And we've got the last of our chassis and the last of our rear wings in manufacturing as well. They'll both be ready before the Grand Prix as well. So let's advance a little bit of time. There we go. And let's immediately get another suspension project underway. How long do we get hours? 11 days. Okay. So once again, drag is going to get hit the hardest. We're going to just focus on the drag a bit more. I also want to make sure we have really good brakes next season, so I'm going to also add a bit more onto the brakes, like so. And we'll leave the airflow and the downforce levels as they are. There we go, we've got 3 engineers available, so we'll throw them all on that. Yeah, we must be getting very close to the point where we lose the bonus of having these extra slots and extra engineers. So we definitely want to make sure that, you know, we jump on getting the underfloor and front wing projects started ASAP if we get the opportunity. Every missed day could be the end of having those extra 2 slots. So let's see. We've got the last of our spare parts now manufactured as well, so nothing in the factory now. And as you can see, we've got a nice selection of spare parts there. We've got 5 chassis, so 3 spares, 3 spare front wings, 2 spare rear wings, 2 spare side pods, 2 underfloors, and 3 suspensions. That should last us a while and also have cover for us if we do have a little accident somewhere. And now we're ready for Monza itself. Let's take a look at whether other cars have brought upgrades here tonight. Kind of dreading looking at this. Not too bad actually. Speed is still about the same. Acceleration is still pretty good, 9th. DRS is still pretty decent. Low speed and high speed, the 2 most important cornering downforces for this circuit. Both not too bad. Dirty air tolerance is still abysmal. Medium speed, not really a factor here. I don't think there are any medium speed corners here. And again, our brakes aren't the best, but they should suffice. Let's just take a quick look at the track plan. Oh, there's 1 medium speed corner, the exit of the second chicane. Well, that's not too bad. Weather is going to be fine, as you can see. A little cloudy on race day. That's actually probably a good thing. It means temperatures will be a little lower. Tyres will be less prone to overheating. This is definitely a track where we have to really look after the tyres if we want to be competitive. So let's set some targets for tonight. The incentive is to get 2 in Q3. Keep my fingers crossed. We're going to be doing slipstream qualifying tonight, so we have a chance. We'll see whether or not we can pull that off. In terms of the qualifying position, I'm going to play it a little safer. We're going to go 2 in the top 12 and both cars in Q2. There we go. So that is worth about 330 grand. And then obviously we can get that on top as well. That'll push us over the 560 mark. The incentive for finish position is 1 in the top 8. That I think we can achieve. Do I think we can get the fastest lap? Probably not. But again, it's not a huge loss if we don't get it, and it's a big gain if we do get it. So we'll have a pop. New quali streak, 2 in the top 10 for 2 races. That's asking a lot, but we'll give it a go. And a new finish position streak, and we're going to go 2 in the top 14 for 5 races. Again, we're just going to play it conservative, try and bring in money if we can. We tried 2 in the top 13 last night for the first of the new streak and failed abysmally. So yeah, hopefully we're not going to suffer that issue tonight. A lock-up here could be disastrous because we're going to lose the train, and with the loss of confidence, this being such a high-speed circuit, we're going to be so far off the pace for a very long time. So touch wood, no mistakes from our drivers tonight. And with all that done, I think we are now just about ready to head to Monza.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the Italian Grand Prix. We return to Monza, the temple of speed. The loyal tifosi are gathering in hopes of a homecoming victory, but everyone here is united to watch Formula One cars roar around the lowest downforce circuit on the calendar. At Monza, the aim is clear. Pure acceleration is what the track demands, and every F1 driver is only too happy to submit. Cars that struggle for downforce elsewhere can really come into their own around this gem of a circuit. Now, AlphaTauri hasn't been doing so hot. Is it bad luck or is it bad direction? The board will be keeping a close eye on the team principal this weekend. Sit tight then for the rest of the action.
Yeah, we need a result tonight. Board's not happy with Zandvoort, unsurprisingly. I wasn't that happy either. Right, let's get cars prepped for first practice. So we are going to be running the hard tyres in session 1. It's an ATA weekend, so that will affect our tyre choices a little bit. And obviously we'll make qualifying a bit more interesting. Let's go with the very old engine for the first session. And the old ERS. And I can just about squeeze a session out of that gearbox as well. There we go. We're going to go 19 laps for Monza for an FP1 run. There we go. And setup. Don't have that many setups for this circuit. They're all quite similar as well. So let's pick one at random. Let's go with a 1, a 9, a 1.9, a 3.1 and a 0.95. Let's have a look. That's not going to work. The straights, the rear wing is just outside of the tolerance, so I need to make an adjustment here. Let's go 1.5, 9. Let's leave it on a 1.9, I think. But actually, let's go a bit safer. Let's go 2.5, 9, 1.9. Let's go with a 2.95 and a 1. That is in tolerance. Okay, and now for Oscar's car. Again, we're going to put in the worst parts we can. Just try and squeeze every little bit of life out of them. There we go. Have to make some changes to the parts, I think, for some of these parts for the second session. Setup for Oscar. Let's go a little bit different on this one. Let's go with a 0.5 on the front wing and a 9 on the rear. We'll go a 2.8. A 2.95. And a 0.65. Nope, just a 0.6. There we go. Again, 19 laps. Drop those settings down. And we are ready to send them out for first practice.
Radio check.
Radio check, radio check.
Loud and clear as well.
All right.
A bit less curb.
Copy.
So we have a little bit of F1 news, and it's silly news. It's potentially the new name for AlphaTauri for the 2024 season, and it's a doozy. It's Visa Cashback RB. The RB standing for Racing Bulls. It's not 100% official yet, but the team have updated their Instagram handle to that, which is a very, very strong indicator that AlphaTauri will now be known as the Visa Cash App RBs for the 2024 season, which is just a ridiculous name. I have issues with teams being named after products. As opposed to an independent team or a manufacturer, running the name of their company as such. So obviously Williams named after Frank Williams, McLaren after Bruce McLaren. Red Bull, yeah, I mean, it's named after a product, but I mean, it's kind of well established now, unfortunately. But obviously Ferrari is a manufacturer name, Mercedes is a manufacturer name. When we had Toyota, they were known as Toyota, not something stupid. It'd be almost like if Toyota came back but had a sponsorship from, say, Sony and were the Sony PlayStation 5 racing team or something stupid like that. It just, I think it's ridiculous. It's the same with Alfa Romeo / Sauber, who are going to be called State F1 Team Kick Sauber. Although they shortened it to just Stake F1 Team. Again, it's silly sponsorship names. I don't like it when it's a product rather than a manufacturer name. It just seems silly. But what can you do? It is what it is. Money talks, unfortunately. Hey, then, Squiggly. How are you tonight? Mr. Waters here. How you doing, Mr. Water?
How was that run?
All right, very, very close with Oscar. We're off to a very strong start with 97% on that opening gambit of a setup. So just a small tweak needed. And 97 for Mick as well. Very good. So both drivers just need a small tweak. And we will be good to go. I'm doing alright, Mr. Otter. I'm going to be away this weekend. For those of you who've been following the channel for a while, remember back in the end of summer, end of summer, I was talking about a friend of mine who had a stroke. Tomorrow I'm going up to visit him to get his PS5 all set up and sorted for him. Get everything transferred off his PS4, get the access controller that we bought for him installed, and let's see how he's doing. Alright, which way do I go with my cornering here? I think I'm going to go to a 2.9. And let's pull that back a couple of clicks like that. And let's have a look at Schumacher. And this time it's the front wing. Okay. I don't have a front wing set up with a 2 or a 3. But looking where the rear wing is, I'm going to gamble on it being a 3. And then we'll correct like that. And let's see if that works. So yeah, looking forward to tomorrow. Be good to see him, get him all up and running. And I spent today trying to bash out the Refugees Survivor Challenge on Frostpunk. Almost done with it. I've been recording the gameplay as well, so hopefully if I can actually complete the run, I'll actually have some stuff to put up on the channel at some point next week. No commentary on the on recordings, but I've been breaking it up into easy to view chunks, so it'll be a little mini series for that one challenge. And then if I can achieve that, all I need to do then is then get the Survivor Challenge done on the Fall of Winter home, and that'll be platinum number 5, number 6 for the year. Yes, Frostpunk 2. I've been keeping an eye on it for the last year or so. I was unaware that they were actually going to be releasing it on consoles at the same time. I was just under the assumption, because all the early stuff that I saw only mentioned PC, that it was just going to be a PC release for the first probably year or so and then would make its way over. But yeah, it's coming to consoles very soon. So I've added that to my wish list, keeping an eye on that. There's no release date yet, I think. But I'll definitely be getting that, and I will almost certainly be putting that on the channel. We are done with Oscar. His setup is maxed out. Just waiting on Mick. And we went the wrong way with Mick, so we can correct that when he gets back to the match.
Much better, much better. Copy that.
be a 2, which means that is going to be a 3, and then correct that to a 1. That should be it. I'm just going to make these slight adjustments to my setup in the book for Oscar here. Let's have a look. Pen to work. Store this pen vertically. Almost 2.9 and a 0.5. There we go. Yeah, I got the upgrade as well today. $10.99. It was a straight £10 for me, which is still expensive because it's $10 in the States. So we're getting bled on that one over here, but yeah, it's not too bad, I suppose. I do need to actually finish The Last of Us Part 2. I got about halfway through it on the PS4, and then I lost the will to finish it. I was really bummed out with how the story had started progressing. I'm probably not even halfway through, to be honest. I'm probably only maybe a third of the way through it. Alright, that gearbox has just about died, so that definitely has to come out. That engine's not going to last a full session either, so we'll go back to the 57% now. ERS is still good for another session. We'll have to run that gearbox because the other two aren't viable. We want to go, let's see, 19 on the first run, so we want to go 28 laps, I think. And Oscar's gearbox will not last either, so we'll go to that one. But we will probably put that one in for the final session. Again, we're going to go 28 laps. And send them back into the fray.
Okay, should be green now. Watch those curbs.
Copy.
Amazing how much more pace we've got now we've put a working gearbox in the car. You're about a second and a half a lap faster. Alright, feedback from Mick. Evening, Victor. And there we go. That is Mick to 100% as well. Excellent stuff.
Trash was amazing.
So we've got a nice, easy, straightforward remainder of the practice weekend now. Just get that track knowledge up and we are good to go. I've been watching a little bit more of The Walking Dead again as well. I think I stopped watching after season 9. Not through choice, just I didn't have access to it. So I started watching it from the beginning again because it's been a couple of years since I last saw anything from The Walking Dead. About 3 years, I think. So I figured I'd start watching from the beginning, seeing as the whole run is on Disney Plus at the moment. About halfway through season 3 at the moment. And let's add this one to the book as well. I'm expecting the Ferraris to be very quick tonight. And Yuki, again, as well. I know some of their times look a little deceptive, but as always, it's practice. Those times will change. And Perez has just suddenly jumped up half the table as I was talking about him. We're going to be up against some very, very fast boys tonight. Our best bet is just going to be hanging on to the train and doing the best we can to stay with them. Try and protect the tyres as much as we can and just see where we end up. If we can finish in the points, I'd be happy with that. They call tonight's episode, Do We Still Have the Monza Magic? Monza's been good to us in the last 2 seasons. I don't know if it's going to be as nice tonight, but we have a chance. Say our car isn't too bad. Top speed isn't amazing, but our DRS helps compensate for that a little bit, and our acceleration is pretty decent. Our low and high speed downforce levels are slap bang in the middle of the grid. As I say, we have a little history here, so hopefully that will translate. We definitely need a good result to keep the board happy. Going to go mediums again for this session. We want to save the softs for qualifying. And try, if we can, to have an extra set of softs for the race. Let's go with 22 laps of fuel. ERS will last. Might be able to... Oh, no, those gearboxes are toast. It's Oscar we can put one of the older gearboxes in. He's going to be so slow in this session. So let's kill off the last of that gearbox. Okay, we'll put 22 laps of fuel in. Hopefully they won't need to run for the full 22. And let's send them back out.
Should be green.
Engine doesn't sound good. Over 2 seconds difference. Not going to play favourites with the drivers tonight. Whichever one's the quickest is the one that's going to be leading. We really need to try and maximise our opportunity tonight. And I really don't know who's going to be quicker than the other. Mick has that better braking skill, which is definitely important here, but Oscar has the higher cornering stat, which, you know, with some of these sweeping corners, definitely important. You know, Curva Grande, Parabolica, the Lesmos, Ascari. They're all corners where a high cornering stat really does help. And say those heavy braking zones into the chicanes, definitely going to play to Mick's strengths.
Lost the gearbox.
Yeah, we're checking.
Ah, he died on his inlap.
Yes,
I wasn't paying attention to.
Plus on the Delta.
Wasn't paying attention to where he was on track. But his car is done. In both senses of the word. It's only practice. It's not going to give us a penalty. So no harm, no foul. And he is full confidence, ready for the race. As is Mick.
Now is that Yuki Tsunoda?
So yeah, that'll come into play in a couple of races' time, that damage. It's not going to affect him tonight. 59% is fine. Gearbox doesn't start falling apart till it hits 40%. We're going to Singapore next and then Suzuka after that. And I expect him to start struggling a little bit at Suzuka. Well, that's relative. He's still going to have a good engine and a good ERS in the car. Unless he does it again, in which case he's going to be screwed. Wow, Bottas is up there. How is Bottas so quick? I've got to have a look at his car. Ooh, yeah. New engine. He probably got a nice slipstream for that particular lap as well. Right. We know Zhou's going to be quick. Bottas was on mediums. Russell was on hards. Ooh. Yeah, I really don't know who's going to be quick. Well, I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Ferraris and the Red Bulls that will be very, very quick here tonight. But we can't discount Tsunoda. We certainly can't discount Zhou. And Valtteri is a bit of an odd one there. I don't know if that's a genuine pace or with the benefit of a slipstream. All right, let's get ready for quali.
Welcome to qualifying. Let's find out if all that practice will pay off for the drivers.
Alternative tyre allocation rules are in play this weekend. Teams will be limited to hard compound tyres in Q1, the medium compound tyres in Q2, and finally the softs in Q3.
Now there's been a bit of talk lately about Oscar Piastri. Karun, how's he been doing?
It hasn't been a great showing from the team's drivers so far. Neither will want to be left behind, and I'm sure they'll both be looking to pull ahead today.
Well, it's almost here. Qualifying coming up soon.
All right, we've got a few bits that need to be swapped out here. As you can see, very, very poor. The 89% engine will be fine. It'll still be at full power. That ERS will be fine as well. And that gearbox is fine. So that is Mick taken care of. And as for Oscar, again, 89 engine is fine. That ERS will be fine. We'll go with that gearbox. There we go. Right, let's get the first flying laps in. And as I said, we are going to be doing slipstreaming tonight.
Green light.
Charles Leclerc is following us out.
Concentrate on the tyre warm-up as best we can. It's a hard out lap. Cover it.
If we can get a good, strong qualifying position, we've got a chance of hanging with the front pack if we can survive the first two laps. Much as I would like to keep the softs in reserve, I think we're going to have to start on the softs just so we've got that extra grip to stay with that front pack as long as we can. It will also give us an undercut. I don't know whether or not I'm going to go mediums or hards for the second stint. I have not decided yet. Max is on track as well, and Gasly is leaving the garage right in front of us. Joyous. Hopefully we catch him in Curva Grande in a nice easy spot, but I think we might catch him possibly around the Lesmos, which will be a little trickier to negotiate. Oh no, we are going to catch him here in Curva Grande. Hopefully he doesn't hold us up into the chicane. Get out of the way, Pierre. No, through the chicane. So it's going to be the Lesmos where we catch him. A little lift for Oscar there. I don't know if Mick was affected on it as well. It's not ideal. I think Mick was fine because the gap looks to have extended a bit. Yeah, Mick got the faster middle sector. I don't think Oscar's close enough to get the real benefit from a slipstream here. He might get a very distant tow here. It's certainly not going to be the strong slipstream I was hoping for. So I'll probably have to run this again in this order. Yeah, we are. You can see how much Oscar got held up there. Let's take a look. He did a 27.1 in the middle sector.
Okay, Delta stay negative.
Against a 26.6.
Cool.
Yeah, he lost half a second in the middle sector there. And then was 3 tenths, 2.5, 3 tenths down in the, about 2.5 tenths down in the final sector because he wasn't close enough to get the benefit of a slipstream. He just got the negative of the dirty air instead. So not a great opening run for Oscar there. Let's see, Max is coming up to the line. How quick is Max tonight? Not much quicker than Mick. Even Tiny. Right. Where is Gasly? Oh, yellow flag. Who locked up?
Now we can see what happened. Right, so this was the 4th corner.
And this is his flying lap as well, I think.
Oh, and the car locks up. And hopefully there's not too much damage to the tyres.
I think that was his flying lap, so that's really bad for Kevin. Gasly goes quicker than Oscar, but slower than Mick. And Magnussen's aborted his lap.
And pit limiter on. Okay, stop on the mark, swipe for 2 seconds.
We've got a Ferrari coming up to the line. Not sure which one. We can stick with Alonso here. It's Russell, and Russell is a little bit slower than Leclerc, but splits the balls. We are just a little bit quicker than Alonso. Which is Bottas in front of us. Given how quick he looked in practice, I'm not going to move out of the way. I'm going to try and cozy up to the back of his gearbox. See if Mick can get a slipstream in the process. It's going to be a qualifying session of very fine margins tonight.
Copy.
Peak confidence for Mick. Should be a little less for Oscar. Yep. A little bit too close for my liking. I'd prefer to be just a little bit further back.
And track clear.
And now we've got cars piling out the garage just as we're coming out to start our flying lap again.
Before the last corner.
We've got Hamilton, Sainz, Tsunoda, Ocon all exiting the pits
So
or
we go one.
out of the first chicane into Curva Grande. Ocon could be an issue here into the chicane. I'm not sure if Mick got away with that. Oscar did. No improvement for either driver. But it's the middle sector that Oscar's definitely going to improve in. And probably the final sector as well. I don't know if Mick's going to get any improvement this lap. Coming up to the back of Sonoda. He dives out of the way. No improvement from Mick still. Get past the Mercedes of, I think, Hamilton pretty easily there. That'll be a nice, good drive to the line here for Oscar. No improvement for Mick. Oscar gets a nice little bump. And now we'll switch him over for one more run. Norris is exiting the pits as well. Don't know if Yuki got a clean run into the first chicane there. Here's Perez on his flying lap. Magnussen's just started his flying lap as well. Oh, and Perez is going to get held up by Albon there. Or is it Zhou? No, it's Zhou. Had to lift on the approach to Parabolica. So that means he's only good for 7th. Here comes Hamilton. Hamilton goes 6th. It's very tight in the top 10 so far. Yuki only good enough for 10th. Maybe he got held in the first sector. Here comes Magnussen. Had to abort his first flying lap because he locked up at the chicane. Ocon goes in 11th. Sainz is only 13th. Did he hit traffic or is he just slow? And Magnussen has improved, but he's still way off the pace. Giovinazzi's quicker than Sainz.
That was completely.
Here comes Albon. He's starting his lap. Zhou only 13th. Wow. Some strange times here. Even though we're safe, we're going to go with one more run just to see if we can get a little bit faster. Stroll 6th. We're still ahead of Stroll. We're looking good again for Monza so far. Yeah, I've been pretty good, Tiny. How about you? Apart from Albon and Norris, everyone is on an in-lap and we're on our out-laps. Norris only 17th. I think he's still running old parts in his car. We'll check that at the end of the session. How is Albon doing? Also not quick by the look of it. You see it. Yeah, there he is, down in 19th. There's a procession of cars all boxing now. So yeah, let's take a look at Norris first of all. Oh, wow. This is not the circuit that you want to run an old engine and an old ERS. This is really not the circuit for that. He's going to be so slow. Let's have a look at Albon again. With that engine and that gearbox, that's really bad. That's really bad. Sainz was slow. His gearbox. Yeah, that's going to have a big effect at this circuit. A bad gearbox. Gearbox is the biggest thing that slows the car's acceleration down when it starts to go, you know, into the yellow like that. That's really not good. Who else is struggling?
So nobody ahead of you. Go on and push.
Magnussen.
Clear track ahead. Alright, mate, let's go.
Schumacher's not quite close enough to Oscar to get the benefit of the slipstream in full here. Maybe he'll close up as the lap goes on. Let's just quickly check Magnussen while we're here. Yeah, Magnussen's car's fine, so he just didn't get a good run. Again. Right, Schumacher has improved in the first, and he has closed the gap up a bit. Good lap for Mick. This could be good for the top of the standings here. I didn't expect Oscar to improve on this lap. Didn't think Mick would improve either, given where he was at the start. But yeah, he's putting in a really good lap here. And it is quick enough to go top. Obviously it's Q1, it doesn't matter, but it's nice to be there. It's very nice to be there.
Currently set P1. Alright, so it'll be normal in-lap procedures from now.
Copy.
Alright, so Leclerc's on an in-lap. He's not improving. Who is on a flyer right now? Gasly and Magnussen. Here comes Magnussen to start his lap, I think. Let's see what he does across the line. Yeah, he's starting his flying lap. Gasly's finishing his. We get some drama here at the end. And keep an eye on the Williams drivers because they are both set for very nice slipstreams here. Porsche as well, by the look of it. Let's see. So we've got Max there, pulling out of the way. There's Valtteri about to start his lap. So it's Giovinazzi here, with Porsche behind him. Magnussen coming up to the line.
Oscar put that.
And that's him starting his lap, I think. Giovinazzi doesn't improve. Porsche does. Where did he jump? Or was that Magnussen? No, that's Magnussen. Magnussen just jumped up to 9th place. Zhou crosses the line in 14th place. And is at risk of getting knocked out. So Yuki. I'm not expecting to see an improvement from Norris. I doubt Albon will get through as well. Here's Bottas and Ocon. Gasly's going to pull out the way. That's Porsche as well behind Bottas. And then we've got an Aston behind them, and that's Stroll. Ocon goes 12th. Zhou's out. Tsunoda's out. Wow. Alonso is P9. Stroll P7. Anyone else still running? Yes, Max and Russell. Here's Russell coming out of the Parabolica. Norris and Albon also finishing their laps. Russell goes P2, so the Ferrari's 1 and 2 at the moment. Norris improves to 18th, but he's out. Max stays 5th. And Albon jumps Norris and now moves into 18th place. So we're going to say goodbye to both of the McLarens and both of the Williams. Ooh, Sainz just survived. Alright then, second session. I'm going to have the one set of tyres. So we need to make these work well for us. I think I'll send Oscar out first, ahead of Mick, and then switch around for the second run. Hopefully we can get both our cars through.
Should be green now.
And hopefully we won't get any traffic. As Teo is going to try and steal a slipstream from us. I think it's probably going to be a bit too far back.
Good warm-up on brakes.
Okay. So let's just concentrate on those tyres and brakes.
Copy.
We've also got Sainz and Alonso making them around as well. And let me try using the mouse to negotiate the timings again. See if this is going to be easier.
Clear ahead. We can go.
Clear track ahead. Push next lap.
Right, so we've got Stroll and Magnussen a little way up the road. Hopefully we can negotiate them without any issues. Might catch them on the run to Ascari, might catch them on the run to the Parabolica. Mick should be faster. because he's got the slipstream on this first run. But both drivers will essentially go top first. You know, Oscar will go fastest, followed by Mick going fastest, which means both of them should get into peak confidence on this run. Which will set them up nicely for the second run. Can we clear them before they start accelerating? Oh, actually, that's worked out really nicely. I don't think Oscar had to lift there, so he's going to get a really nice slipstream off the back of... There we go. That's the power of the slipstream. 0.6 of a second.
Copy. Just follow the delta.
Beautiful stuff.
Everybody, good job.
Wow, poor Air pretty quick as well.
Copy.
Maybe he caught a little bit of a toe from the back of us. Alright, so. Who do we want to look at? We want to look at Stroll, who is going to get held up here by Magnussen. And without a proper surface, this mouse is a little bit too finicky. Put that away again. So, Magnussen finds some pace on his run, and Stroll did get held up. Ocon's just starting his lap. Max is about halfway round.
Oscar below.
Alonso got out the way for him there. Alonso not all that quick. And Mick's still quicker than Max, although that is thanks to our slipstreaming. Ocon goes 6th. And now everybody behind us is on either an in lap or an out lap, or is too far away to catch us and affect us. Likewise, the car in front is Max, who's on an in lap, and we've got plenty of lead time on that, so he won't be an issue either. So we should get a nice clean run here as well. Now it's Mick's turn to punch a hole in the air for Oscar. We should get a nice big jump for Piastri here. He might even go quicker than Schumacher's time. And I will probably leave them in the garage after that and try and save what's left of the tyres in case we need them if there's a safety car or something in the race. Hamilton goes 5th. Got a couple more cars about to set a time. Leclerc goes P3. Perez goes P2. And now the Astons are both in the drop zone. If we can get rid of Aston Martin in this session, that would be amazing. Gasly shoots all the way up to P3. Got a very nice slipstream off the back of Russell, who went P1. Oscar might be about to take that away from him. I don't know. I think Mick might be a little bit quicker than Oscar here tonight. Oscar only up to P5, but again, it's fine margins. Look at that. Less than a tenth separating the top 5. That surely is good enough to get us through. So now we just have to kind of watch and see what happens. Sainz is on his outlap, going through the second chicane up into the first of the Lesmos. Where's Alonso? He's just exiting the second Lesmo. So 14th and 15th by the Astons here. Alonso needs a good lap. He's got clear track. No one in front, no one behind. Just him and the car. We might be about to see a pretty good time here. Still can't quite believe Gasly pumped in a time good enough for third, but I mean, he was slipstreaming Russell, which kind of makes sense. Russell went top.
Pit limiter on. We'll be stopping in front of the garage.
That could be a dangerous situation. If that happens in the final run, that could eliminate us. But I can't really improve on those times. So we're just going to sit in the garage and keep our fingers crossed. We're starting to see the rest of the grid piling out for their last attempts. And Porsche this time is trying to get a slipstream off the back of Perez. Here comes Alonso. And it's only good enough for 14th. Wow. Real problems for Aston Martin. Alonso's out. Alonso is very much out. He could be out in 15th here. It will depend on whether Stroll can get a good run or not. Let's have a look. Where did Sainz finish? He did not improve. So can Magnussen displace one of the cars in front of him? don't think there's going to be enough pace in that Haas to squeeze through without a slipstream. And there's a whole flurry of activity now. Russell's coming out with Stroll and Bottas. And they're all running nose to tail, and it's Russell at the front. So this could be huge for Stroll. It could be huge for Bottas. And it could be a disaster for Hamilton and Porsche, maybe even Sainz. Ocon pulls out of the way. I think Porsche might be just a little bit too far away from Perez. He's not completely out of the slipstream. Oh, and the Red Bull is breaking up the track. Oh no, it's all closing back up again behind Russell. Magnussen is out. He will not make it through. Ocon just starting his flying lap. Here comes Hamilton. Evening, Farrah. Hamilton done enough to improve. He's in a dangerous spot here. He does not improve. Neither does Max. Perez goes fastest. Porsche does not improve. Gasly does not improve. Here comes Leclerc. But it's all about the train behind Russell that's going to shape how this qualifying session ends. There's Russell. He's got Valtteri Bottas right on his gearbox. Stroll has dropped off the back and is not going to get the full benefit of the slipstream, but he might get enough just to squeak through. This is going to be huge for Bottas. This is going to get Bottas through. Hamilton's out. He's been eliminated by Esteban. Bottas goes P2. Wow. Did Stroll make it through? He did. He's 8th. So we're losing Porsche, Ocon, Hamilton, Magnussen and Alonso. And Alonso is not fast at all. Stroll just getting enough of a slipstream to get his car through. But more big casualties. Both of the Williams, both of the McLarens out in Q1, and now Hamilton and Alonso out in Q2, along with both of the Haas drivers. This is shaping up to be a very interesting Q3.
Should be green.
So, as always, we're going to go out first so that we can get the most confidence possible from our first run. Bottas is out early. He's not going to get a slipstream from anyone, so it's not going to be that quick. Perez is coming out as well.
Let's get
We
those
should
brakes
see most of
warmed
the
up.
field come out very quickly, actually. Hopefully, they're not going to come out right in front of us if we start our flying laps, but
Yep.
you never know. And I might see if I can time our second run to end up behind one of the Ferraris. I don't know. I don't know if I want to risk starting at the very front of the grid because we'll just go backwards and immediately start losing confidence. Maybe mid to low top 10 is probably a little bit safer for us. We've already achieved our sponsor goal of getting one car into Q3. We've got both in the top 10 for the streak as well, the new streak for the quali position. So we could finish 9th and 10th, and that would still be fine. But a little part of me does want to see if we could sneak pole here.
Everybody, let's take the advantage. Just clear air in front. Let's go. Okay, mate. Let's go.
Gap ahead is good. It would be go one.
Right, clean run, no traffic to deal with. Goes a little bit too close, unfortunately. If it gets any closer, it's going to be checking mixed prostate for him. There we go, 118.9.
Let's follow the delta. So it'll be normal in-lap procedures, please.
Copy. Run switch delta, stay negative. Make sure we're cooling the car.
Yeah.
And Valtteri is 4/10 slower than Schumacher, which is about what I expected to see. Right, Perez starts his flying lap. And he sets his first flying lap. And he is slower than Oscar. Charles Leclerc is the next one to set a time. And Stroll has managed to finagle himself into the slipstream of Max. Leclerc is third. Russell about to start his flying lap. And that's Sainz behind him. Russell's definitely in with a shout of pole tonight. He is very quick at the moment.
Good entry.
Films on. We will stop you in front of the garage, so just watch for the mechanics.
We're going to go for 2 flying laps on a brand new set of tyres. And if we get the chance to switch our drivers' positions on the cool down lap, then we'll probably do that. See Leclerc diving out of the way. He's going to get in the way of Sainz. I think. Oh no, he's on an in lap. Russell's only 4th. That's a surprise. Right. Oscar Schumacher. There's Stroll. He's just about getting a toe from Mick, but it's pretty close.
So start to work on the front tyres and brakes this lap.
Copy.
Is Gasly about to cross the line to start or finish a flying lap? I'm not sure. Let's see. Does he set a time? He does. He goes 6th. Max goes 2nd. Now Stroll takes that from him, so he did get enough of a slipstream. It's a bit more powerful here than I thought then. But we're still top of the standings with Oscar, and we've got a real chance for Mick to go even quicker here. He's got peak confidence and the slipstream. A little bit more fuel. I don't know if that will be too much of a factor here.
There's a lot of bunching. So go 1 and you're good to push.
No risk of traffic at the moment.
So start.
Absolutely hammer these tyres. Not only are we going to do 2 flying laps, but at the end we might, if we have the opportunity, maybe even go for a 3rd. You know, instead of cooling down and pitting, we might just stay out. I don't know if we'll have enough time for that, to be honest. Mick is improving, but he's not gone purple yet. I'll probably leave him behind Oscar, actually, for the 2nd lap as well. A slight lift there with the threat of Bottas at Ascari. Still an improvement. We will leave them in this running order. And I don't know if Mick improved. He did. I just don't know how far off he is. He's going to be closer on this next lap. So he should. Oh, wait. Yeah, a bit of traffic coming through. That will slow down Oscar as well. Might have to manipulate their speeds a little bit just to make sure that they stay close enough. Let's get them into manual control. And let's burn up the fuel.
No more lift and coast required.
No saving required.
Copy.
Let's get a little bit more pace
Let's
into
pick
these
our pace up,
tyres.
let's go.
Just to close that gap a little bit more.
Alright, ready, push, push.
Yeah.
Okay, push, let's go.
Copy.
Didn't quite get close enough, so I'm not expecting Oscar to improve. So I'm going to run him a little slower in this first sector to let Mick close up on him.
Okay, deployment should be good.
Copy.
Perfect.
Push on your fronts now.
Copy.
This is going to be a mighty lap now for Schumacher.
Use energy.
Copy.
There's no way Oscar would have improved on his time without a tow. But now we've got a real chance of putting Mick on pole, because Oscar's time is not 100% safe. If anyone gets a slipstream on their second run, they could take it away from him. And if we can lock out the front row, that'd be amazing. There's no improvement. Have we taken too much out of the tyres?
Let's check a flag.
Maybe we've taken a bit too much out of the tyres. Still a chance here in the final sector. Oh, and it's gone. Damn it. But hey, we're on pole. Are we going to stay on pole? Perez does not improve. Held up by Sainz. Russell has a real shot at taking pole position if he can get a clean run. He doesn't improve. The temperature's just gone up because nobody's improving here. It's just Verstappen left. And he doesn't improve. That's pole position. Oh, he does improve just a tiny, tiny little bit. But stays in third. Fantastic stuff. We have pole. And 7th.
The excitement is building, there's electricity in the air. But there's no surprise in that. It's race day.
Monza has seen some incredible moments in the past. Pierre Gasly's unexpected 2020 victory reminded us of how wonderfully unpredictable this sport can be. The weather is very overcast here. Strategies might have to be quite flexible going into today's race.
Well, one thing we do know, this race is going to be fast, and Monza is ready for it.
I'm not sure I am, but yeah, let's look at strategies. So, that requires definite tyre saving. We're going to get rid of that. I'm going to have a quick edit with this. Actually, what's the time difference between the two? That's actually a tiny bit quicker. What about... I think we might be going softs to hards. That does look to be the best option, I think. And of course, we do have extra soft tyres in the shape of 91% tyres, plus a brand new set of mediums if we get a safety car that changes things up a bit. So we'll have good grip at the launch, and then we'll just have to protect these tyres as long as we can. Try and stretch them if possible, but we should hopefully get an undercut on a few cars, and then hopefully the hards will be quick enough. We want 2 extra laps of fuel here. We want to be extremely quick off the line if we can be. Bit of a oxymoron saying that when we're throwing extra weight into the car with fuel, but we want to be able to push the braking for the first 10-12 laps or so. Alright, fingers crossed we can convert this into a decent finishing position. Let's get to the grid.
All 10 teams are now getting set up as the drivers prepare to face the 53 laps of the Italian Grand Prix. You and I won't be the only ones keeping an eye on Oscar Piastri, Karoo.
They've got a fantastic opportunity starting on pole, but can they carry it through to the end?
But there's no more time left. We've got a race on our hands. Here we go. It's the Italian Grand Prix. And it's lights out.
Oh, that's not a good start from Oscar. He's going to get jumped by Stroll, I think.
Do your best. You can do it.
He was a little sluggish off the line. He had the inside line on the exit. We're going to get jumped by Stroll. Alright, well, we've got to hold back Verstappen, and Perez is up there as well. Russell has got past Sainz. Sainz has got past Schumacher. I would love to save some battery here if it's all possible, but I just can't risk it. Sainz trying to get through. We've got the inside line for the Parabolica. We've also got a slipstream behind Russell, and there we go. We are back in front, back up to 7th. Try and save some battery now.
Yeah.
Keep the tyres a little bit hot for this lap as well. Got to make sure we stay in range for when the DRS kicks in on the next lap. Magnussen starting on hard tyres. Most of the field on softs. Leclerc, Sainz, Gasly on mediums. Stroll trying to stretch away.
You are free to use the energy when you want.
Copy. Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
Copy. So take it easy in the fast corners.
Copy. DRS enabled. Currently P7.
Stroll is definitely making a break for it. going to get away from us. We've got a really full push.
Focus forward.
Let's turn down Schumacher's tyres. He's got a run on the back of Leclerc here. He's going to get him into the chicane. Not quite. Oscar's where he needs to be. Let's go into top-up mode now. Do the same with Mick.
Yeah, take it easy.
Copy. Okay, recharge on. Good job. Recharge on.
Have pushed the tyres a little harder than the other guys.
No more DRS. Copy.
Try and alleviate some of that temperature.
Yep.
And the front three have broken away from Max. Perez is right with us. Max just outside of range at the moment. And now we just have to be patient and just try and hold position where we can. We might be vulnerable to Perez. So late on the brakes there. He's got us. But there's no point fighting it at this stage. It's too early, and we're just going to burn these tyres out completely if we scrap too hard. We'll try and stay where we can in the train. Watch out for getting dropped. And as I say, bring these tyre temps down. Make sure that these tyres last.
So let's lean on these tyres.
Yep.
Perez is through. They've got enough battery use there to get back into the train DRS before parabolic. It's going to be close. I think we're just going to miss it. I think we just missed it. Shit.
We can just focus
Yeah,
on
we did. So Max is going to get us. Schumacher's just about hanging on. Let's give him a little bit more tyre again now.
Come on.
Luckily Leclerc doesn't have DRS. We always knew we were going to go backwards a bit, but we're keeping the confidence pretty good so far. And now it's Max who doesn't have DRS, although he's pushing on hard. He's trying to get in that train. And he's made it.
Push the tyres now.
Yep.
Right, let's see if we can avoid losing any more positions here. So going on to hard tyres is going to have a positive and a negative. The positive is that they're going to be in pretty good shape towards the end of the race. Negative is that we're going to be pretty slow when we put them on compared to anyone who puts mediums on. Hopefully that won't be a factor, but you never know. Leclerc is starting to walk a little distant from Russell, who is swarming all over the back of Oscar. He might close up through the Lesmos here. Hopefully he doesn't, because Mick is getting close to getting dropped. Did he get DRS? No, he didn't. Mick did. So that will help us close back up. Oscar now in danger of getting dropped. Got to burn hard just to get back in the train. Can't lose position to Russell as well. And this time we will make it back into the DRS, I think. And we just, oh, I don't know, it's really close again. Really close. Did we make it? No, we didn't. Yes, we did, just. Oh, thank God for that.
We need to focus on the energy now.
Oh, Max has been dropped. Damn it. I didn't even realise that Max was in danger of getting dropped.
Go on, let's focus.
Okay, well, we'll be a bit more patient with Mick. Try and protect his tyres a little bit more. Got to keep Oscar close enough. Trying to turn these tyres down again. I can.
Keep looking after these tyres.
I'd also love to get more battery in his car, but I just cannot do it. It's suicide to go into full harvest at this stage, because we would just get blitzed by everybody. Let's check tyre wear. Mixed tyres looking decent. Oscar's not too bad actually. Stroll and Perez have been pushing hard. No real benefit considering that, you know, we're all still in that train. Here comes George again.
Overtake is available.
Need to make sure we fight off Sainz here. Yeah, Sainz is using his battery as well. I had a feeling he was. There we go. Saw off the challenge.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Now we're starting to put a little bit of pressure on Max. It does not help that Russell is trying to give us a colonoscopy.
We'd like you to slow down, please. Copy.
We just don't have the horsepower to hold Russell back. He jumped us at the chicane. That Ferrari is so quick. But we're still on that train, so we're still in the hunt for first at the moment. How well we do depends on how long we can stay with these cars, because if they do break away from us, they're just going to drop us like a hot potato. Russell's putting some pressure on Max now.
Let's push, come on.
Copy.
Sainz having a lunge. It's a big lunge. Again, got to fight him off. And we're not too far from Leclerc actually, so I'm going to push really hard and try and get past Gasly here. We'll wait till we get into the second Lesmo.
Recharge on.
And then dump the battery for the run down to Ascari. And with full deployment, full tyre push, and the DRS, hopefully we can now slingshot our way through onto the back of Charles Leclerc here.
DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Excellent stuff.
Okay, mate, let's try and protect the tyre. Let's go recharge.
We're still keeping pace.
Yeah, okay.
Let's try and protect those tyres a little bit if we can.
Back off.
Yeah.
And that's worked out quite nicely for Mick. Nice confidence boost as well. How's Oscar's confidence? Not too bad. A little edge on tyres over Russell.
We're good to push on the tyres.
Copy. Let's look after these tyres.
Copy.
Can't really risk doing anything with Oscar in terms of savings. Just a little bit too close to getting dropped. Schumacher having a look here. He's going to get the move done.
Keep your pace up.
Yeah, copy.
No, he's not. Hasn't got the acceleration.
Yeah.
Back in range, please, Oscar. Please get back in range.
And you can lean on tyres.
Yep.
Don't think he got the DRS. No, he didn't. I'm going to have to drain his battery and run up to Parabolica.
Come on.
Mick having another little sniff at the back of Leclerc there. I think Leclerc's on a charge lap to try and get some battery in his car,
Need to focus
or
on getting the pack
protect
up.
his tyres maybe,
Yeah.
because the, the field is really closed up behind us here, look. Evening, Derek. Yeah, so far things going well. We started on pole position with Oscar, but we were never going to stay in first. But we are still in that breakaway group at the front. Mick started 7th, dropped down, picked back up again. Currently tucked in nicely behind Charles Leclerc.
Okay, recharge on.
Understood.
Just think about looking after this tyre when we need to.
board for koala camp. And we almost got Leclerc. Again, got side by side into the chicane, just didn't quite have the acceleration. Still side by side though. Leclerc with the inside line, we've got the better line but not quite the acceleration we need. It's okay, we'll get the DRS and we'll run to Oscar here.
Maybe just take it easy on the straight.
Copy.
Where our lack of straight line speed is hurting us a little bit. Couldn't quite dive up the inside. I'm quite content for Mick to stay behind Leclerc as long as he doesn't lose out to Gasly in the process. 3 wide into the opening chicane. That is dangerous. Oh, that was just begging for an accident. I thought the player maybe trying to stretch those tyres a little bit. And I would be doing the same behind him if I didn't have Gasly, you know, hassling us and harrying us at every opportunity. And he got through. All right, let's
See if we can focus on recharge, please.
first try and get a little extra battery in the car, keep the tyres cool. Get ready for a push to try and get past those two in front of us before our pit stops.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy. Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
So slow.
Quite off sights now. Gasly has got himself just ahead of Leclerc, which means Leclerc's going to have the DRS and retake that position.
We think we can lean on the tyres more.
Copy.
I'm going to start pushing Oscar hard now.
Push on the tyres.
Copy.
I got dropped because I wanted to try and get a little bit of battery in the car.
Yep.
That's silly. Again, I can't really take that risk with Nick either.
Push a bit harder and try and get up to him. Let's see.
We're going to go for quite an aggressive undercut with Oscar here, I think.
Okay, mate. No more lift and coast needed. close if we can. Overtake is available.
Russell's pitted.
Oh wow, Russell boxed up already. So is this hard tyres for George Russell? It is. Right, we can pull out a blinder of an in-lap here from Oscar. We might be able to get onto the back of Russell.
Box, box. Complete box.
And we'll box Mick on the next lap. Almost got him back in DRS range. It would be nice to get him there, if at all possible.
No more DRS.
Copy.
I think we might just sneak it. It's going to be really close.
Verstappen's penalty.
All right, a little bit of action in the pits.
That's a bit left. Okay, recharge on.
2.4 second stop. We're the only ones who didn't get held. We didn't gain a position, but we certainly didn't lose out. Stroll lost out, I think. And there's Russell. Oh, it's close.
Big lift now.
Yep. Copy. Let's box now. Copy. Box is fine.
Right,
Bring the pack up.
we're on the back of the train again. So that has worked out for Oscar. That's got him back into range of the cars that we got dropped from.
Bit of lift and coast where you can.
Copy.
Okay, mate, let's keep looking after these tyres.
And we're going to be fighting Sainz on pit exit here. And potentially Ocon as well.
Yep.
Sainz will be straight into the box. Good stop. Did we hold position? I think we did. We did just. Woo! That was close. That was so close.
Need to look after the tyres.
Yep. Let's go recharge on, please. Recharge on.
Copy. We can just focus on charging the pack.
Yep. Copy.
Back off now.
Yeah.
Don't want to spend too long behind Stroll here. I do want to get just a touch more battery in the car. See if we can get him on the run into the first chicane. Right, Porsche, Gasly, Tsunoda and Giovinazzi all into the box. New fastest lap set by Max Verstappen. So far we are holding back Sainz, although unfortunately Gasly is out in front of us. So who's left to stop? Leclerc, Bottas, Zhou and Alonso, and these two are risking a puncture. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. That is a lock-up. Was that Sainz locking up? Oh no, it's Ocon.
Let's see what happened there. Right, let's have a look as we go into turn 4.
I saw Sainz move, so there must have been a brief moment where it registered Ocon in front of Sainz.
They were just unable to do much about it.
Before it dropped him back down again. So I saw Sainz's name move. Right, let's keep pushing just to get onto the back of Gasly. We've been dropped here. That's me not paying attention.
We can push a bit more.
Copy.
So front three, well, three of the front four are in. Leclerc's still out there, but he's on those mediums. He could be going softs at the end here. Right, front of Bottas. Just about back onto Gasly.
Let's go recharge on. Copy.
Right, we've got enough.
Let's try and protect the tyre.
I'm going to have to burn my battery to get back onto Stroll, I think.
Copy.
All that charging is for nothing if we've got a full battery and a massive gap to the car in front.
DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Copy.
Nick is out of battery, but should be close enough to get the tow. He is. He'll be fine. Yeah, we are just a little bit too slow on these tyres, aren't we?
So we need to push hard on these.
Yep.
As much as I think the name Alpha Tauri is stupid, at least we're not the Visa Cash App Racing Bulls. Still can't believe how stupid that name is.
Back off.
And that's it. We can't close up. So we'll just have to sit here and see if we can maybe get a bit of an advantage on tyres later. Leclerc is finally in. He's going hard tyres. And that's not going to work out for him because he's going to drop behind Oscar and possibly behind Nick. That's Mick and Sainz and Tsunoda, and of course Gasly, who's leading that little train. So we're running 6th and 8th, and if we stay in 6th and 8th, I'll be quite happy with that. nice opportunistic safety car later in the race. And Leclerc under pressure and passed by Valtteri Bottas while his tyres are still coming up to temperature.
Okay, recharge on.
Copy.
So I'm quite content for Mick to just stay behind Gasly for a little while. It keeps putting Gasly under pressure. It stops Gasly from just cruising onto the back of Oscar, and it allows us to get Mick fully charged up in the process, hopefully.
So recharge on, please.
Yeah, copy.
Recharge on, please.
Copy.
Keeping an eye on how close Sainz is to us, whether he's going to have a lunge. Oh, Yuki's had a lunge on Sainz. He's side by side. Sainz getting the slipstream off the back of us. Now it's going to favour Yuki.
Let's go recharge off.
Copy.
Caught out there. Continue charging.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Yuki's recovered well, actually, considering where he started. Did not get any good runs in, really, in qualifying. I knew he'd be quicker than his qualifying pace suggested, but I didn't think he'd be on us that quickly. Kind of completely forgot all about him, to be honest. Zhou hasn't done much, though. He's still languishing down in 15th place. Again, shocked to see him out in Q1.
Let's recharge on.
Copy.
Albon is pretty much where I expected him to be. And so's Alonso, for that matter. And Norris. Yeah, Yuki's on a charge, look. He's trying to close the gap to Oscar. Right, no more charging with Mick. Make sure we stay close enough to Gasly that if Gasly gets dropped, we can immediately slingshot past onto the back of Yuki. Might happen here, actually. Let's go for it.
Overtake is available.
Oh yeah, Gasly's gone. Tsunoda's already into the DRS of Oscar. He didn't quite get it, but he will have it at the end of the lap. So if we can judge this right, we might be able to get both of our cars back together, which would be useful. Be very useful. We can help protect each other. Let's push hard.
Buddy, keep pushing.
Try and slow the pace down just a little bit. Give Mick every chance, but I'm wary of us getting lunged at. We had to sacrifice a position.
Need to focus on getting the pack
but we
up.
got Mick into the train.
No more DRS.
And if Yuki keeps on pushing the way he's been pushing so far, he'll bring us onto the back of Stroll. It's worked out quite nicely. Sainz has got past Gasly. He's going to try and push to get onto the back of us. Oscar is struggling to stay with Tsunoda here. Might have to use a squirt battery. Out to the chicane here.
And energy is available.
Copy.
Yeah, Tsunoda's still pushing hard, look. Alright, let's push the tyres on both of our cars. Gotta be careful I don't leave Mick behind.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Copy.
Same token, I don't want to get dropped. I'm about to get dropped. I must have kept Mick in. And Sainz is all over the back of Schumacher already. So yeah, a few cars pushing right now. Yuki has caught the back of Stroll. Let me have a look. Just a little explore. What would happen if we were to push hard? And have a late stop for softs. And then push those softs. Yeah, 12 seconds slower. Right, what about mediums? Ten seconds slower. We'll keep that in our pocket just in case.
Slow now.
Right, Magnussen finally in. He started on the hard tyres. Oh, it's a bad stop. looking tyre-wise compared to the rest of the grid? Yeah, pretty comparable. A couple of cars with better tyres, a couple with worse. I do think we have to try and ride out this set of hards to the end. I mean, we could be blisteringly quick, but I don't know if we'll be quick enough to get back up to where we are. We certainly wouldn't improve our position, not without, as I say, a safety car to give us that opportunity. As long as we can consolidate here, let's put them into rarely defends.
Need to defend that.
Copy.
Take it easy here.
Copy.
Let these guys go.
High overtake.
Let's see if we can get past them.
Copy.
Keep pushing, you know what to do.
Copy.
And let's see if we can get them working together. There is a risk doing this that we leave ourselves open to a lunge from sights. There's also the risk that they'll battle too much and slow themselves down, but I'm hoping that the benefits will outweigh the negatives in terms of time loss. If we can get moves like this done on the straights, and we can actually get an overtake done. Still, Oscar is holding Schumacher back. And this is the potential negative. So we're going to slow each other down. We've got to be careful because we're just going to nibble away at Schumacher's confidence if he keeps failing to overtake, like, you know. I might just drop them down to medium just to avoid the risk of them taking each other out with a lunge. Make the moves a little bit safer. The issue is he's getting the position, he's getting alongside to make the move, but he's just not getting the launch out of the corners.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
Yeah, we've lost about a second to the cars in front while we've been trying this. I think Oscar is the quicker driver. If we can get Oscar's confidence, well, not his confidence, sorry, his battery pretty much full and not lose a position to Sainz, then maybe we can put him back in front of Mick and just let them run nose to tail again. It seems Oscar is a little bit quicker than Mick, and so it makes sense for him to be leading the train. Sainz has got a good enough run to get alongside. Ah, damn it.
Got energy?
Yep, copy.
This is not working.
Recharge on.
Copy.
Still, maybe Sainz will close the gap a bit. And if we've got good battery, we can then try and catapult past him. But yeah, you can see he is closing the gap to Stroll and Tsunoda.
Recharge on.
Okay.
His confidence is still good. Oscar's took a little bit of a knock. And Sainz has taken half a second over the cars in front. I'm on rally defense still, am I? No, neutral on both. How you doing tonight, Baron? Yeah, you might be a little bit behind.
Okay, let's go recharge on.
Copy.
Try and swap them in the braking zone to the chicane. Oh god, here comes Valtteri. Now I can't risk doing that.
Keep pushing.
Oh man, we're just getting picked off. You know what? We're going to switch it up.
Focus on bringing the pack
We're just
back
going to
up.
hammer these tyres.
Push a bit more.
Copy.
And we're going to throw a Hail Mary.
See if we can push up.
On new tyres. because I'm looking at the cars behind us and they've got a definite grip advantage on us. We're just going to start bleeding backwards slowly, death by 1,000 cuts. Let's see if we can get a couple of quick overtakes in, get the confidence levels up.
Let's go.
Yeah, copy.
Put on those fresh tyres and just go for it, hell for leather. See if we can swoop our way up the running order. There we go, we've got Mick into peak confidence. Now let's push him hard.
Overtake is available.
Break away from sight so we don't bring him with us. Oscar desperately needs the confidence.
Used energy. Copy. Use the free air. Copy.
Around the outside of the parabolica, the parabolica, maybe? No, not quite.
Box.
Copy for box.
Okay, recharge on.
So use the free air.
Copy.
There we go, got him at the chicane. We'll go around the outside in Lesmo 1. Complete the move in Lesmo 2.
Sweet.
Push our way down the inside on the run to Ascari, and that is Oscar all of a sudden right on the edge of peak confidence.
Lovely stuff.
And we'll save what's left of his battery so he can use that when he comes out of the pits on his next lap.
Focus on the energy now.
Copy.
Bottas jumps past sights as well.
Copy for the 3.
Understood.
Right, this is, yeah, let's say this is a bit of a Hail Mary strategy here. I don't know how well this is going to work, but we just don't have enough pace, I don't think, to stay in contention for decent points. May as well throw a gamble out there. 2.5 seconds, not too bad. We'll come out in 18th behind Alonso and Norris.
Box.
And basically we're going to be qualifying now until the end of the race.
Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Copy.
No saving required.
Yep. Well, good then.
Yeah, copy.
seconds. That's a good stop. That's a very good stop. That could
We're
be
racing Schumacher.
quickest. Third quickest. And we've got the lads together.
Use energy.
Yeah, copy.
We can just focus on charging the pack.
Copy.
So 12 blisteringly quick qualifying laps to come.
Let's go recharge on, please.
One down, many to go.
Let's go
Yellow
recharge
flag
on,
for.
please. Recharge on.
Energy if you need it.
Yeah, copy.
Got Oscar in peak confidence as well now. That maximum peak confidence. Same as Mick. Alonso is going to get a dream slipstream from us.
No energy.
DRS disabled, DRS disabled.
Bring the pack up. We need lift and coast.
1:21.1. Not as quick as I would have hoped us to be, but certainly quicker than all of the cars in front. What's the gap? Let's see, we are 16 seconds behind Gasly. Only 10 and a half, 11 seconds behind Porsche.
Need to defend that.
Let these guys go.
put Schumacher into harvest now. Get him to tuck in behind.
Okay, recharge on.
I do not want you fighting, as long as that's clear.
Oh, hello. Hamilton has had a collision.
Looks to be Lewis Hamilton involved in that.
With Alex Albon. And that's 2 cars out of the way.
It's turned in on me.
And while all that was happening, the crew in the garage could do nothing but watch on.
Has separated our guys a little bit. Now Zhou with a lockup.
Zhou Guan Yu is the focus here. All good at this point.
This is behind us though, I think.
Well, you can see the lockup, and they ended up their own passenger.
And Zhou has a penalty. Was it Zhou that got hit with Hamilton then? I thought it was Albon. Yeah, it must have been Zhou.
Recharge back on, please. Recharge on. No more DRS.
So we're going to have some slow lap times here because of the hold-up. Yeah, 1:24.9. Huge tyre wear gulf for the cars in front of us. 7 laps to go. Oscar closing in on Magnussen.
Focus on bringing the pack back up.
Takes the inside at Parabolica. Gets the move done.
6 to go.
6 laps, 3 seconds to Ocon. And luckily, it is Oscar who's got the fastest lap, not Schumacher, which means if we can get Ocon into the point, Oscar into the points nicely, he'll get an extra one for the fastest lap. But now we run the risk of giving Magnussen a mighty slipstream, which will make it harder for Schumacher to catch him. Absolutely gobbling up the tarmac to Ocon.
Five to go. They're at the peak now.
Copy.
Can we make the move up the inside at second Lesmo here? Nope.
Use everything.
We'll get up the inside of the Ascari. And we took half a second out of Porsche just from the Ascari to the Parabolica, or the exit of the Parabolica.
4 to go.
We'll only get 10th. That would be a shame if that is the case.
Okay, good job. No more lift and coast required.
Nick just 2 seconds behind Ocon and Magnussen now. What's Sainz doing? 122.4s. He's a bit too far ahead, I think, unless someone makes a mistake.
Lift and coast 12. No energy. Need to focus on getting the pack up.
Okay, we need some more lift and coast, please. A little bit more in each zone.
We get Porsche here at the end of the lap, I think, maybe. Are we going to get in the DRS? Not quite. If we had more straight line speed, we would be so blisteringly fast. We've got the pace in the corners with these tyres, but it's the straight line speed that's hurting us a little bit here. But then if we'd had the straight line speed, we wouldn't have had to go with this strap.
Overtake is available. So recharge on.
That's 10th and now 2 points. Thanks to that fastest lap.
Lovely stuff.
Good job with Bottas. This is P10.
Schumacher is now past Ocon. We'll get Magnussen on the main straight. Hopefully he can get Porsche.
2 to go.
Copy.
2 laps. I don't think we can catch either of the cars in front, unless one of them makes a mistake. Big points for Bottas. He's in 5th place. Yuki's got his way all the way up to 4th, and he's only 2 seconds off the back of Max. Knew Yuki was going to be quick, but wow, that is something else. We didn't quite have the pace here that we had last year compared to the rest of the grid. So this is probably a slightly disappointing result. I mean, we had potential, but the way things were going, I think We might have done slightly better had we stayed out, but we certainly wouldn't have got the fastest lap. Yeah, we dropped a point or two, but we've gained a bit of extra cash. There's still a chance that something will happen to one of the guys in front of us. Just an extremely slim chance.
Use energy now.
Norris isn't bad, his car is bad at the moment. We just needed a few more laps, look. That group in front of us. Bad powertrain. There you go, that's why Norris is so slow.
Russell wins it! First over the line!
So it's a 1-2 for Ferrari. A 3-4 for Red Bull. No, a 3-5 for Red Bull because Yuki got 4th. In the end, we had to settle for 10th. Oh, Mick's going to run out of fuel because I'm stupid. Well, he wasn't in the points anyway.
Thanks for trying.
Very good points for the team. Lift and coast required.
Yeah, disappointing. I mean, if I was going to go for the 2-stop strategy, I should have gone soft, medium, medium. I could have had more pace, you know, throughout. Or I should have at least, you know, pivoted to that strategy earlier with the push on the hard tyres. We gave it the best we could. We got 2 points out of it, but yeah, that's probably points dropped tonight.
Now, wasn't it an excellent showing from Oscar Piastri?
I tell you what, they had to work hard for those points.
Car is
What a
just
phenomenal
off the boil
achievement that
at the
is.
moment.
And you'd love to see this. The whole team celebrating this magnificent result. And up he goes, George Russell joining the podium lineup after a memorable Grand Prix.
Win number 5 is in the bag. They pulled out all the stops.
George is
hard
staking
to
a
earn that
claim
victory.
for a run at the title.
And that, right there, is a picture-perfect end to this weekend in Monza.
That is something that is going to annoy the board, though. A
Down
retirement
there in
at
the
end.
AlphaTauri garage, Karun, what would they be making of that race, do you think?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw
Oh,
one
shut up, Karun. Yeah, what a drive from Yuki. Starting all the way down in 16th after a poor qualifying. And, yeah, 4th place and only 1.7 seconds behind Max in the end. Very close to actually getting on the podium. That was a hell of a drive from Tsunoda. Showing the pace that he wasn't able to in qualifying. Disappointing for Oscar starting on pole, finishing in 10th. Got the fastest lap, so we got 2 points. Mick, in the end, finishing last because he ran out of fuel. Nobody was lapped, so... Let's take a look at the drivers' standings. Max still has the lead, but George now up into 2nd place, ahead of Charles Leclerc by 10, and just 13 behind Max. And on a bit of a roll as well. Max has 2 wins and 2 sprint wins this season. That was win number 5 for George. No sprint wins, but 5 race wins, as well as those 10 podiums. He is really tearing up the charts at the moment in that Ferrari. Let's have a look at the Constructors' Championship. 25 points for Red Bull. Ferrari with a big haul of points there, 43. They're still a long way behind, but they have closed the gap a bit. It's 111 now, and they are a long way clear of McLaren. We're still in 4th place. Aston only getting the 6 points from Stroll in the end, which is a blessing. It could have been a lot worse. So they do close the gap by 4. We're ahead by 34 points right now. It's not too bad. No points for Williams. That's also good for us. Mercedes still not scoring well. Sainz getting just 2 points. And Hamilton with that collision at the end there. Alpine get a few points, but they're way off at the moment. Alfa Romeo, big points for them. Look at that. They are now 14 clear of Haas, and that has consolidated 9th. And I think it's a bit too much to say it's going to kick them on towards Alpine. I think Alpine will start to pick up points a little bit more consistently again compared to Alfa Romeo anyway. But a great result for Valtteri there. Let's take a look at the pit stop challenge. Max had the quickest stop, but we were second and third ahead of Leclerc in fourth. So 37 points for Red Bull, 33 points for us. They outscore us by 4, but we are still top. And there you see the gap is 38 points. No, 28 points. Still a nice little lead. It's not home and hosed by a long shot, but it's definitely nice that we still have that top spot. Ferrari in third are a long way behind, so it is once again going to be a battle of the bulls for the fastest pit stop challenge. We're one apiece. Can we make it 2 from 3 this season? Let's take a look at our driver cards. 8 successful overtakes, 19 failed. Not so good going forward for Mick tonight. 30 successful defences, 12 failed. Very strong in defence. Oscar, 7 successful attacks, 12 failed. 20 successful defences, 8 failed. Both strong in defence, not quite so good going forward, but that's probably more down to the lack of straight line speed we have in the car right now, and the fact that they were squabbling with each other, which will have pushed their numbers in the wrong direction with those overtaking stats as well. Sponsorship wise, well, let's have a look. We broke the streak again because we didn't finish with Mick. Oh, that was careless. So for the second race in a row, we start a brand new finish position streak, and the second race in a row we fail it, but this time it was my fault rather than just, a bit of bad luck. We did get the Q3 incentive, both cars in Q3. We got the fastest lap. We got both cars in Q2 and one into and both in the top 12 there. So 3 million. We do make a little bit of profit on our normal sponsor income. Boardroom is refurbed, which is good because they're not going to be happy. Still low confidence. Another disappointed. That's 3 in a row now. Ooh, it's not good. Still nowhere near getting the long-term objective done. It's not likely to happen this season, but we are still on target to hold 4th place. As I say, 28-point lead. It's not huge, but it's enough at the moment to give us a little bit of hope. We've got 11 days to go until Singapore, and as you can see, new underfloor is ready for manufacturing in 2 days, which means we'll have one of them on the car for Singapore, and we should have new front wings on both cars at Singapore as well. Although, given the circuit, I'm probably going to hold it back off one car, so we'll have a spare. One and a spare for one car and not for the other. And then both cars will be running the brand new spec by the time we get to Suzuka. So, yeah. Let's have a quick look at the F3 results. No F2 race this weekend. Zach O'Sullivan in second, Kenneth Crosby in first, but it's Marcel Faber, who I think is a new gen, who takes first. Oh, there is an F2 race, and it's Ollie Behrman who takes the podium. Donna in second, and she was second in the sprint as well. So, yeah, she's got that championship absolutely wrapped up. Let's go ahead and sign her now on a deal for the end of the season before I forget. Let's go to drivers. Compare. She's not in my recent list. So let's go into scouting instead. There she is. Development rate's down to average already. Okay, well, we said we were going to sign her. So we'll sign her. We'll put her on a 4-year deal to start next season. I'll offer a 1.25 with a 25k signing bonus. She doesn't want 4 seasons. All right, well, we'll just drop that down to 3. Oh, wow. Okay, we're going to just give her a little bit more money then. Let's give her 1.4 and we'll give her a 50k signing bonus. She's happy with the wage, but she doesn't want 4 seasons. All right, we'll try 3 seasons with that. She still won't accept that. We would have to offer her even more money. Alright, let's try 1.5 mil. Right, let's go, 1.5 for 3 seasons. Still not enough. $1.6 is my final offer. And she turned it down. So, backup plan. Ollie Behrman. Oh, and he's got a high development rate still. And actually, let's just compare against Donna. Donna's got really strong overtaking and defending, but her reactions are terrible. Ollie has got really good reactions, really good reactions. He's better than either of our 2 drivers in reactions. His accuracy isn't bad, considering his age. Control is nice at 84. Got very good braking already. Cornering slightly better than Donna's as well. Smoothness is a little bit better. Adaptability is a lot better. We're gonna offer Ollie a contract instead. We've given Donna a good offer and she's turned it down. So instead, let's switch our focus to Mr. Behrman. He's on 1.34. At the moment. We'll offer him 1.4. We'll offer him a 50k signing bonus. He doesn't want 4 seasons. Alright, let's try him at 1.6. Alright, let's try him at 3 seasons. Ah, no one wants to sign for us. Are we that bad? Apparently so. Alright, it's more than I want to pay. Wow. Either we have to offer a ridiculously high wage, or we can only get them for like 2 seasons. Alright, I'll leave it up to you guys. You decide over the weekend, do we sign Ollie Behrman, or do we sign Donna? Those are your 2 choices. I'll put that up as a poll, and whichever one you decide that we go with, we will offer them, close to 2 million. See what they go with. As I say, you've got the weekend to cast your votes on that. So it'll be a poll up on the community tab. And until then, that is it from me for tonight. We'll be back on Monday with the Singapore Grand Prix and some new parts on one of our cars. Until then, hope you enjoy yourself over the weekend. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.